Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Pastania Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Good man.
Trying to
Happy
figure out if
American Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I should cook the cornbread for my cornbread stuffing with chorizo tonight, or I should just do that in the morning. Still trying to figure this out.
do it in the morning because you'll eat half of
Yeah,
it tonight.
yeah,
You're right. I'll save the cornbread.
yeah. Because
That's what,
once
at least that's what
it's
I
like
would do. I would do.
it's
I
like
would eat half
I'll
Pringles,
of it.
man.
just,
Once you
I'll just,
stop, you
yeah, I'll
can't
just bake it.
stop.
I'll just bake it in the morning and let it chill for a little bit. Good call.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So today we are talking about the Bentley Green Edition Robusto. The cigar is 5 inch by 50. Comes out of the Hoya de Nicaragua factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Rosado. Binder and filter both from Nicaragua. Price point is $14, and the cigar was released in September of 2024. And we picked these cigars up from Blue Smoke of Dallas. So if you are in the Dallas area and want to stop in for a cigar, be sure to do so. But if you're not, you can always give them a call and see if they have something that you'd like. They can put an order together and ship it out to you. So they can take care of you that way as well. All right. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Thought it should be a little bit more expensive for being a Bentley. No, I mean it was truly just an average cigar in all aspects. I thought from beginning to end. I think construction was great, but I guess at that point it kind of makes it average. Um, Sweet tobacco, earth notes, there's some faint cocoa, toast, dry wood. It's just solid medium strength body throughout the whole blend. Um, really good construction. I don't think I paid attention that it was, Oya until
Yeah.
afterwards. And it's like,
Mhm.
it's one of these things that's just like, I guess it's a compliment to Oya. Like even when they're like, we'll make it for you. Like it's never going to be bad, but they're never giving you 100%, but they still give you this. So, yeah, I mean, it was just average smoking experience beginning to end. John?
Yeah, I echo everything you said. The first third for me, a lot of wood-driven components, mossy earth. There's kind of an interesting light mesquite, smoky flavor at the center of the profile. And I was like, am I imagining things? Am I like going off on a cigar review tangent? But no, I was definitely there. So that kind of caught me off a little off guard, but very medium, a little bit of dryness developing as it continued near this transition point in the second third, and then second third for me, really just wood and tobacco flavors. So it wasn't unpleasant, but it was just lacked any sort of depth to me. And then last third, creamy wood, a little bit of mild bitterness. Just not a lot, just not a lot to write of. I did have some minor issues with the construction, and I feel bad, but like the burn was uneven, and I did the Loomis thing where I kind of let it go as far as I could, and then I'm like, I just can't do this anymore, and so I had to do a touch up because there's like whole strip of wrapper but not burning. I'm like, I can't let that go, and then had just a little bit into the snug zone, or slightly resistant zone, I should say, for the draw. So construction issues aside, really, really average profile for me. Quite linear. How about you, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted cedar and acrid wood bitterness and some mild black pepper. I got some earth that joined in a bit later. Second third saw the bitterness pick up a bit and then later gained a greenness to it. And then the final third saw acrid bitterness pick up a fair amount. And at the end of the third became very mellow. Um, I also had perfect construction, so typical kind of Hoya type stuff. So that was nice to see, but fairly subpar flavor profile as the acrid wood bitterness put a damper on the experience. Not sure what caused it, but it just kind of overshadowed all the other components. So not a great first impression for the brand, but hopefully the white edition can offer a better experience. But I kind of put in my notes, unless my cigar was kind of a one-off, and you guys had significantly better experiences. I can't see myself coming back to this, but based on your guys' experience, doesn't seem like this is the blend to go to. So, all right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with Seth and June, who wasn't able to join us. Both gave it a 5.75. John gave it a 5.5, and I gave it a 4.68. So, Seth, how'd that 5.75 match up for you?
Leading the pack at 5.75 is not really leading that much. So it's they just they just gave them the blend. They just
Yeah.
said, "Here you go." It's one
Yeah.
of those. I don't know. There's not much to really report on this cigar. I don't know. I think June. I don't think June would be praising it. He'd
No.
be like, "Man, I really gave this a 5.75."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I got on it. I'm sorry.
All right, John, 5.5.
Yeah, it's dead average. The price point doesn't really factor in. Also, and I'll talk more about this after we're done talking about scores. But man, it smoked kind of on the fast side for me. So
Mm.
I was kind of thinking, well, maybe my cigar is a little like a QC issue, or is a little on the light side and whatever, and so maybe I'm a standout. But it sounds like my experience matched up pretty well with everybody else.
Yeah, I'll just note, and we can talk about it, that in my pre-light notes, I did say that cigar felt fairly light for its size, so that could be it, part of it. Yeah, my 4.68 is dead on, man. This cigar is just not good. That wood bitterness is not, it doesn't lend itself to anything that's, enjoyable in a cigar. So, um, it surprises me that this cigar came from Hoya.
Mm.
I've only had one other experience, and that was with the Classico a really long time ago. Um, but it's not typical. Like it's, you know, I being below a five just doesn't seem right for me. So with that, fat factory. So, but yeah, this was just not good. Really poor like first impression. So, hoping that white does better. All right, final thoughts.
So just and I don't normally throw anyone to the bus, but it definitely, my cigar weighed at 10.7 grams, and that's
Mm.
quite a bit under where I'd expect a Robusto to smoke, or to weigh, pardon me. And it smoked at an hour and 32 minutes, which is, for, I know everyone, I am a slow smoker, but I would clock a Robusto typically around the 1 hour 50, 1 hour, 2 hour ish mark. So that typically tracks. If it's lighter than what I would expect, it's also going to smoke faster because there's not as much tobacco in it. It definitely, you could feel it in the hand. Um, Talking about Hoya, I would be really hard pressed if you gave me this blind, no band, and you're like, "What factory does this come from?" I wouldn't be able to put this on Hoya.
Yeah,
Doesn't really taste like something come out of Hoya. So I was very surprised.
agreed. The band, cool. The color seems to match the whole
Yeah, the
Bentley theme and all
marketing's
that
Yeah,
sweet.
stuff.
Yeah, it
So
looks good. So
looks
I
good
like how
looks good against the wrapper too. I mean,
I like
it's
how that the secondary band kind of is integrated. Like I
it's like a
love
little
that kind
cutout.
of
Yeah,
touch. Yeah, it's nice.
yeah, that is cool. All right, wherever you catch this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developingpalace.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Super green.